up so I can throw that in the Discord too.
All right, dope. Let me know when you get a video feed for the live. All right,
All right,
cool.
it's feeding.
It's feeding. Awesome. All right, so coming to you live in studio in our awesome Los Angeles studio, me and Matt. Second time recording here. First time was our Portal episode. So about to start here once Matt throws the link for the Discord.
YouTube's kind of been popping off lately, actually.
Yeah, we have been getting a lot of good traction there.
People love the Spec Ops The Line episode.
Yeah, that's...
I actually stand by. I think that was one of our best episodes we ever recorded.
Yeah, I like that one. I like that game.
It's a good game.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Let me get my notes pulled up. Cool. Alrighty, everyone. Wow. First, anything is possible in our brand new DIY studio in Lucas's garage. Just wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's right.
We're recording this on January 29th, 2022, so about a week and a half before this episode's due to come out. Lucas, why is today significant?
A brand new Pokemon game just came out.
Oh.
Called Pokemon Legends Arceus or Arceus Legends?
I'm going to go Pokemon Arceus Legends. I'm going to confirm it for you. Fuck! It's Pokemon Legends Arceus.
So, pretty significant game that dropped. The Discord, our Discord community has been pretty excited about it. I know we got a couple big Pokemon fans in there. And, there's been a lot of negative publicity about this game because a lot of people were taking a look at early screenshots and graphics of the game and saying, this looks like a game from like 2008.
Yeah.
And it's like, does not live up to the standard visually that a game nowadays lives up to. I have to agree.
I just feel like that's Nintendo, though, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, if the game is good, the game is good kind of thing. I mean, which right now, it sounds like it's actually pretty good from what we hear. So
yeah, the general sentiment is that it is fun. I was talking to one of my buddies, Corbin, this morning. Actually, he loves Pokemon, the whole franchise, and he was playing it. He's already been playing it.
Love
a good
Corbin.
bit. And he was talking about how exactly what you just said. Like the game itself is really fun, but it's surprising how much of a step back it is, considering like how good Sword and Shield looked for what it was, or for how good even the, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl remakes looked. Right?
It's crazy because you could just build a really good-looking game off of any Unreal F4 engine.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know they won't do that, but like, games, no matter who makes them, look good now because the engines just look so great.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know what engines are. I guess it's running on Switch. I don't know what technical limitations they have, but I mean, they fucking put out The Witcher on Switch. It can run a good-looking Nintendo game at the very least, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm honestly pretty surprised by that, but general reception of it seems pretty good so far. Lucas, what do you think the lowest score it's gotten so far is from review critics?
Ooh, I think the lowest score it's gotten so far, 7.5. 6? 6.5? 7.
Who do you think gave it that?
IGN.
IGN, baby. IGN is like the hipster contrarian these days. Actually, no, that's really more of us with like calling out bad games.
Yeah,
but
IGN is the it's like a hive mind way of thinking thing. I don't know.
But I'm honestly pretty surprised.
Is IGN like the pitchfork of video games?
Honestly, that's not a bad take.
Yeah.
That's pretty on the nose there.
It has a 85 out of 100 on Metacritic so far. Game Informer, 8.75 out of 10. GameSpot, 8 out of 10. 4.5 stars from Games Radar. As far as like a grading scale, IGN is basically the only one that gave them anything lower than an 80%. So
yeah, the thing that's the tricky thing about the IGN stuff, just like from what I understand with what they do is they put an expert on a game genre on as a reviewer for the game. So most likely the reviewer of this was probably a Pokemon fan or somebody who likes RPGs or is on like maybe
well,
covers
I'm kind
the
of
Nintendo
wondering,
beat.
like, did they put someone that plays a bunch of Pokemon on this then, or did they put someone that is like a Breath of the Wild fan.
See, that's the thing. And for those of you like that don't know, is the new Pokemon game is like kind of like a Breath of the Wild like. I mean, it's like an open world kind of traversal like big Pokemon game. It's not like a regular Pokemon game
Yeah.
like Ruby or Gold, Silver, whatever. And like I don't know, the thing is that when you put a reviewer on a game like this that is a big Pokemon fan, it might be a little radical to their idea of a Pokemon game, and therefore they might not view it as like a Pokemon game. Where like somebody like me or you, who like we've played some Pokemon games, we might like them. We like the Pokemon series or genre or the anime or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like we'll probably like this game, you know, probably like it more than the reviewer liked it.
I think this is definitely a net positive for the Pokemon the game franchise, at least as a whole, because undeniably it was definitely getting. I mean, it's been rinse and repeat since like what 96, 95, whenever the original ones came out on the Game Boy Color, but I think it's good that they're inserting a breath of fresh air because like it's still battling, but like you're actively engaging in the battle wells. Like your character can literally, like your human character can literally like get in the way and take hits from what Corbin was telling me.
That's pretty awesome.
And some of the memes have been great so far. Like I guess there's these Pokemon called, I forget what they're called, but they're basically like just like really like belligerent versions of a certain Pokemon that'll show up randomly, and it's just like a Pokemon, but like with demon red eyes.
Oh wow!
So there's just like I saw this funny one of a Snorlax, which is like demon red eyes attacking someone.
A real human?
Yes.
Wow.
IRL right down there at Elysium Park. No, I saw and like they threw out their Oshawott to try and fight it, like their little starter Pokemon, and this poor little it's like just this poor little Oshawott just gets destroyed by a hyper beam, and it's just like damn. I'm actually looking forward to playing this game at some point. I think we should get it on the pod to-do list.
Oh yeah,
for
sure, for sure.
That's
it'd be our first Pokemon game.
It would, yeah, it would. Which would be interesting. And you don't really even play Pokemon. Ever played it?
I've played Gold and I've played Ruby.
Okay, so as long as you have some experience with it, that's
Yeah.
fine. But yeah, what I was getting to as well, the way they're doing things now, it really is reminiscent to me of the kind of turnaround and direction that Assassin's Creed did. Whereas they were coming out with like Assassin's Creed 3 and Assassin's Creed Black Flag and so on and so forth, which personally I really liked all those games. They were all set in a very unique setting and like in history. I'm a little bit of a history nerd sometimes, so I was having a good time with them. But the underlying game formula wasn't really changing that much.
Right.
And then starting with, I want to say, I forget which one was the first change in it. Whichever one was set in like Egypt. I think it was Assassin's Creed Odyssey maybe. Totally just like revamped it, went way heavier on the RPG side rather than just like a fun third-person action adventure game.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people have liked it. I know Assassin's Creed Valhalla was a hit. Frankly, I'm not even really sure that the assassin aspect is that important of a thing anymore. But
yeah,
people are receiving it very well. So I'm glad to see that these franchises are at least trying to switch things up and stay relevant rather than just continuously milking the poor cow that's like, let me die.
It's good for gamers overall, for sure. And, you know, even if the game was like less than ideal or got, you know, unanimously like 7s or something like that, it's like, hey, at least Nintendo is like experimenting with something. It's important that they try to do something different. And this is the game that a lot of Pokemon fans have been wanting for a long time. So now they get it. And now hopefully the next one is even better.
Yeah.
You know, and
that's what I was going to say too. Like this sounds exactly like what people have actually wanted.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, totally.
So
I got a question for you on the subject of Pokemon.
Oh.
Did you watch the Pokemon anime growing up?
Bro, you telling me Ash Ketchum's mom wasn't your first crush?
What about Nurse Joy though?
Bro, ask mom.
Who was the cop? Who was Officer Jenny?
There was Nurse Joy was Nurse Joy. Oh, wow.
Officer Jenny was
Officer Jenny. Those were the two perpetually just always around that Brock was always chasing after. And definitely everyone's first crush after Ash's mom.
I was into Misty.
Oh,
Misty, yeah. Those overalls, man. Are you kidding me?
But they're like shorts.
Yeah. Who's to say? Also,
Wow.
I don't know. Weird. But, wow. Anime. That's crazy.
That's the subject of today's episode.
No way. What? Did you just transition into the episode?
I did. So
shoot.
So today, Matt and I will be discussing our Mount Rushmore of anime. Top 4 for each of us. You know, for those of you that have been listening to the show for a little while, you know, Matt and I are not only gamers, we're into all sorts of nerdy things. And anime is one of them.
Yes.
Definitely. And, you know, over the last, 10 years or so, anime has just hit some platinum age. it's just gotten crazier and better and more and more.
Netflix bought anime.
The whole
Pretty
thing.
much. Yeah. It's pretty interesting too, because like, I don't know, for the longest time anime was just this nerdy thing to watch, but I feel like right around the time I was graduating from high school in 2014, it became like cool. And I was like, let me have my thing, you fucks. Now, I mean, you know, honestly, I think anime's sick. The more people that watch it, the better. So I'm all for it.
Yeah, totally.
Well, back in the day, I mean, Lucas and I have an older brother who, I mean, has always loved video games and Japanese culture and anime. So I used to go to basically the swap meet with our older brother, Shay, and we would literally buy like VHS Japanese
So crazy.
versions of like Dragon Ball Z movies that didn't even come out in America. And, you know, we were nerding out super hardcore, going to this like nerdy, you know, place called Frankenstein's that was a swap meet to buy these VHSs.
Frankenstein's, baby.
And that was like, yeah, that was way before it was cool. Like that was, you know, like you were definitely watching like Japanese stuff with subtitles. And that was kind of like the start of anime for me. And now it's like you talk to like, have you seen Dragon Slayer?
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer. sorry. That's how out of the game I am. But I remember, you know, it not being such a cool guy thing like it is nowadays.
My current working theory is anime was always good, but when it became more easily accessible, people started realizing it was good. Because if you think about like when I was growing up, you could watch anime like at 2 different times. You either watched it after school, and it was like not even good anime. It was like Code Lyoko. What?
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
hang on. Yeah, sorry, I misspoke. It was either Megas XLR, which was a Transformers knockoff anime. That was probably I think it was American made.
I'm not sure.
Do you remember that one?
No, I don't actually.
And then there was Code Lyoko, which actually slapped. And then
is that an anime? Oh, looking at
or you watched late night Saturday Adult Swim anime on Cartoon Network.
They had like Digimon and Pokemon playing at midday.
They did have Saturday morning Pokemon and Digimon on Kids WB.
Yeah.
And then
everything else was on like Adult Swim.
And they also had Dragon Ball. But think about it. That was like once a week basically on Saturday mornings or Saturday nights. You can only watch it 2 of those time slots if you had cable. Okay, which growing up, not everybody even had cable or satellite, whatever. But the moment that like you were able to just binge like Naruto or Dragon Ball on Netflix or Hulu or wherever it showed up, that's when it got big. That's when it blew up because it's a long form style thing to watch. Like you watch a series, you know, you have to binge it and everything.
It's like bingeable.
It was impossible. How could you have
bingeable,
binged?
but like you can. Well, that's the thing is like you can just keep binging it.
Yeah.
You can just keep watching, sitting in your bed, watching 12 episodes a day.
Exactly. And how could you have done that when it only played like for 3 hours on Adult Swim on Saturdays?
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's my current working theory.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, totally. I mean, it's like Netflix really has the advantage, right? Because everything is based on binging stuff, and what better formula is there for binging than anime?
Yeah.
Truly.
And I mean, even other platforms are picking up anime too. Like, I know Amazon has on their Amazon Video, whatever it's called, their service. They have Made in Abyss, which is incredible anime. One of the few that have made me cry.
Wow.
Yeah, really, really good anime. They have Vinland Saga, which I haven't watched, but I've been meaning to actually. I've heard it's incredible. A lot of great stuff out there. And then there's Crunchyroll, of course, and like Verve, which is just, I mean, a streaming service dedicated for anime. So a lot of options there. And I mean, it was either like what you're saying or like Toonami or Adult Swim at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
There weren't a lot of options, and it was usually just reruns.
Yeah, it was like, do you want to watch this like out of context episode of Yu Yu Hakusho on a Saturday?
I have memories too of just watching Dragon Ball Z, and then like you'd get caught up, I think, to wherever like the show is at or something, or I don't know, they would run out of episodes to play apparently, and we'd be like in the Boo saga, and then all of a sudden I'm just like back in the like Frieza saga. I'm like, what?
Yeah, like, and plus there was so much filler because like of the way it was like done back then.
Yeah,
you know, it's just it was tough. It was tough to be into anime at that time.
A different time for sure.
I remember being, I think, like 5 or 6 and watching Power Rangers, and once again, our older brother Shay being like, "No, man, we gotta watch this," and he switched it to like Channel 9, and it was Dragon Ball Z, and it like blew my mind. Like I was like, "Why was I ever watching Power Rangers and not watching this show?"
That was the start, man.
Yeah, and Toonami was cool too because it was like, it wasn't it on like late at night usually.
That
and
was
it
that was Adult Swim.
oh okay.
Toonami was like after school on Cartoon Network.
Oh, okay.
It was like the prequel to Adult Swim. It was like late night Fridays.
Yeah, exactly. So it was
Yeah.
like you would watch all these.
Oh
like,
yeah, it was only on
cool-
Fridays.
Yeah.
You'd watch all these cool like Japanese shows that you couldn't really find anywhere else
Yeah.
for like that specific Friday. No matter what it was like you were just kind of watching it because it was dope.
I'm just getting like so many flashbacks to my childhood right now. Just like, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Just like sitting in like my just like little box TV, just watching like Dragon
Dude.
Ball Z on repeat.
Oh my god, man! Television programming used to be so sick because it was
Yeah.
like it wasn't just Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network had a time slot that was specifically marketed as
Yeah.
Toonami. It was like a different vibe when you were watching Toonami.
Yeah, you know, I am all for accessibility, and I am really happy that like so many people can. I mean, not just with the anime, have so much access to so many TV shows whenever they want. I think it's sick for everyone. For one, for the consumer, and as well just for the people that create these shows to be able to get them out easier to people. I think that's a net positive overall. But there's something special that
Yeah.
today's younger kids won't get to experience.
Kids these
just,
days,
you know, going through your Friday, you know, your work or your not work, your school day or whatever at like, 7, 8 years old, and getting to sit down late at night before you have your, whatever, like your baseball game Saturday morning or something, or your soccer game, and just like watching some fucking Dragon Ball Z
yeah,
or like
that
Yu
was
Yu
a vibe.
Hakusho or whatever. Like that was such a vibe.
Man.
And it's cool. Like this is like a larger thing for a different day, but there's something to say for like everyone coming together at a set time and a nation to watch something. But that's a
Yeah, and it was like
Yeah.
you go like, "Yo, did you watch so and so such and such
Yeah,
last
last
night?"
night,
Because
yeah,
that was the
yeah.
only chance you had to watch it,
Yeah.
and it was like, "Oh yeah, dude, it was sick," or like,
Yeah.
"Oh no," like
like
don't
a
tell me.
perfect example. I'll never forget. I was watching. We were visiting a family friend, and then this was while Yu-Gi-Oh was still like going very much, and they were in like the Battle City arc. And there was the episode where Joey got his mind taken over by Merrick and was forced to like duel Yugi. And
That
it
was
was like the
lit.
finale of that episode. And I'm like stuck at my like family friend's house. And I'm just like, Mom, I need a fucking TV. Like, Mom, do they have cable here? And like they didn't have that channel. I was so pissed. But different times. But I think
Sorry, you know what was so sick about Yu-Gi-Oh though?
Tell
other
us.
than me and Lucas being obsessed with the card game when we were younger was there was pretty much like a battle or like a fight like every episode.
Yeah,
yeah.
So it really like contradicted the whole Dragon Ball Z like model of like, I'm gonna charge for 5 episodes and then I'm gonna fight. It was
Yeah.
like that was one thing. It was like, oh, there's always a battle. So it's like it was always sick to watch any episode because it like every episode is basically a
Yeah.
duel.
and
yeah.
a duel would be like 4 episodes long or something if it was
Yeah.
a big duel or something. Yeah, fire.
different times.
All right.
times.
Well, we're here to talk about our top 4 picks of what we've been discussing this entire time.
Yes. Mount Rushmore is top 4 picks. And just to clear the air today of any discussion on this topic of what defines anime and what is anime, because that is a topic that
This comes
Yeah.
up a lot.
we can go on forever. For now, and I specifically had to Google this because someone in this room with me, will remain unnamed, but someone in this room with me before we got together today texted me, "Is SpongeBob an anime?" And that was when I knew we had opened Pandora's box.
Changed my mind.
Yeah. So, for the sake of this episode, we will be defining anime as a style of Japanese film and television animation, typically aimed at adults as well as children.
Yeah, I think the clear definition for anime is that, and this is very important. It is a style. It is not like it has to be from this country. I think you run into a really bad like inclusive exclusive conversation when you say it has to be from Japan, because there
Yeah.
is anime that's great that's not from Japan, not necessarily made by Japanese creators, and you take one look at it and go like, oh yeah, that's anime style.
Yeah.
For instance, so that's how I like to view it, is like this is anime style. I think it's weird when people call Arcane anime, for instance.
Yeah.
I don't think it is the spirit of anime. I understand that it like could be argued to be included in that Venn diagram, but it's also like
It's a slippery slope, baby.
yeah, exactly,
It's a slippery
exactly. So
slope.
it's
Yeah.
tricky. I would say it's a style. It's hard. It is hard to pinpoint specific style guides, but it is.
But I'll go ahead and start.
Go for it, dude.
So and I want to give a little disclaimer on my Mount Rushmore. This is a list that could change any given day. It is very much like how I'm feeling at the moment about that specific show. I've watched my fair share of anime, and so I have a plethora to pick from. But these are the top 4 that came to mind today. So I'll start. I think probably one a lot of people have heard of, and I know a lot of our fans have listened to as well. Haikyuu.
That's a yeah.
That beautiful orange man, not orange man, the beautiful man with orange hair, Hinata, and Kageyama playing volleyball. Have you watched any Haikyuu, Lucas?
I've seen half of Haikyuu.
It is, I don't know. The reason it's so high on my list is I think a big part of it too is just like I really enjoy playing team sports, like whether that's soccer or volleyball, and just like getting to rewatch that in such a fun setting is just such a unique experience, and it like gives me flashbacks to when I peaked in high school and was starting on varsity soccer.
Yeah, that was peak Matt.
That was peak Matt, baby. And it's just like I don't know, it's just so many fun flashbacks to so many like just good memories of being on a team and moving towards a goal with the team, because I think, you know, I did an individual sport too with track as well. And I mean, whatever sport you play is cool. Like, you know, being active is great and engaging in sports is great, but there's something to be said for being on like a team sport where you're all actively engaging towards one specific goal. It's a very fun and just unique, like experience, right? Just like a fun little, little unique culture to be a part of in that specific moment, I guess. And Haikyuu is one of the only animes that have like influenced my real life. I got hella into playing volleyball after.
Yeah, I played volleyball with you.
Yeah, it is a super fun time. Shout outs to my San Diego homies. I don't think they were watching this, but when I was living in San Diego, we were playing like beach volleyball or grass volleyball at the park by us like once or twice a week regularly. So much fun. I'm the sickest libero to ever do it.
What is that?
It's like a defensive player, so you don't really spike it. But of course, we not actually play with libero. But point is, I was sick, and even though not the tallest guy, I did my best. A lot of fun. Haikyuu is sick. Highly recommend go watching it. The anime is reaching its conclusion. It probably has, I think, it has like 2 seasons left. Well, actually, it's not reaching its conclusion. It had, well, like a season and a half.
Well, the manga's done.
Manga's done. I've read the manga as well. Manga's great. If you want to read that, go ahead. I recommend watching as much of the anime as you can, because the manga does a good job as well as it can of animate or, you know, drawing out a very active moving volleyball match. But the anime is definitely something special to watch. Great music, very likable characters, surprisingly a lot of character development for a sports anime. You'd be surprised.
Is it the best sports anime?
I can't say that. Unfortunately, I haven't watched any other sports anime.
Oh, okay.
Blue Lock is coming out soon. I don't know if you have heard of Blue Lock.
Mm-mm.
Blue Lock is a soccer anime, and the premise is the Japanese national soccer team is like super upset because like they keep getting mediocre results on the national stage. So they hire like this super crazy eccentric coach to basically just bring in the top 100 strikers in the nation and just basically have them like go through a crazy intense training camp called the Blue Lock, where they're just like forced to not battle, but like, you know, play soccer against each other to find like the one ultimate striker. And if they get eliminated from the camp, they're never allowed to play for the national Japanese.
I thought I was gonna say
team.
they die. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be they
No.
fucking die.
Maybe they do. I haven't. That's just the general premise. I've only read a couple of chapters of the manga. I'm kind of waiting for the anime to come out on that one actually. But
okay,
a very well received manga, I know as well.
I know that Haikyuu is like really up there on people's lists of like really great anime, and it is a sports anime, which I know is like its own little subgenre like category thing. And I mean, the reason I ask is it the best sports anime is because like I think I've heard that quite a bit as like people are like no, it's one of the best.
I know
anime
there's
series.
the basketball one, which is really well renowned too. I forget what it is called at this moment, which I feel bad about.
Maybe producer Sam could do a little bit of light
I
research.
actually don't know, but
Just type in basketball.
Yeah,
I feel like
find out.
producer Sam as a huge basketball head should probably check that out.
Oh yeah,
if it's
for sure.
if it's world renowned.
Real quick, so in the chat, Teals says yo. Oh, we talking about Yu-Gi-Oh? My boy.
Yeah.
So shouts to Teals.
Shout out
and
Teals.
Oh, what up, Dragoon? Hanging out
Dragoon,
too.
yeah.
The new yeah, everyone. This is a
Awesome
live
new
stream
studio.
as well. So feel free to come hang out in our YouTube if you want to catch these live.
Teal says my favorite. What was your favorite Magic and or Trap card, Teals?
Ooh, that's a really, really good. Is Teals asking us that?
I think
No,
he was
no,
saying
I'm-
Haikyuu is his favorite anime, and then Kokuro no Basket was the basketball
Oh,
anime.
awesome! Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. There's
He'll respond to it. He'll respond to us.
Yeah. There's I saw a crazy scene from that basketball one on Twitter actually. Someone just posted it randomly where like the guy like sets up for a jump shot, but like he doesn't have the ball. And then like he's like, starting to fall through and everything. And then as he's in midair, they just like throw the ball perfectly into his hands and he finishes
Dude,
the shot.
that sounds fire.
I
Like
know.
he's in the air.
Like he's doing the shot midair. And then as he's like falling through, the ball just lands in his
Okay,
Dude,
if we
this
can,
looks
producer Sam,
sick.
get a clip on the TV if
Yeah,
that's
let me-
possible.
I might have to
You
go
gotta
back to that.
minimize that, and then
Yeah.
we got to throw it up there. But okay, may I go?
I'll allow it.
All right. The first one I'm gonna give is a pretty, I'd say, ubiquitous one. I'd say it's my safe pick for my first Mount Rushmore. Naruto.
Naruto.
Okay, so the reason is, I'd say it's the first real anime that I followed and really loved. Growing up, it was like I would catch episodes. And Naruto, I think, dropped in America when I was like 9 years old. I remember when it first came out on Toonami and like first watching it. Like the first 4 episodes, I think, came out in a row. Obviously in English and everything, and Naruto yelling "Believe it," and I was like, "Oh, cool." And, it's like that perfect age where like I'm Naruto's age too.
Yeah.
Because I'm 9 and he's like 9.
It's
or whatever in the
relatable
show.
because you're a ninja too.
I'm a ninja too,
with
exactly.
a demon
with
inside you.
with an orange tracksuit, exactly.
Yeah,
And
I
like,
get it.
and I think before that, obviously, like I was watching Dragon Ball with producer Sam and our older brother and stuff, and
Goku was
just-
orange too.
Goku was orange too. And it's like for Naruto, I think it was a little bit more accessible to me because it was like, here's the start of it. Like it wasn't like Dragon Ball where like I was
You're
jumping
randomly
in.
thrown in.
I'm just thrown in and I'm like, okay, Boo, all right, Frieza, like, okay, villain, like, we're on this arc or whatever. What's an arc? I don't even know. But Naruto, it was like, here's the introduction. Here's the first episode. It was like probably the first time I ever watched the first episode of what was going to be a really long-running series, And it was like, oh, I think the first episode's called, like, the Hidden Leaf Village #1 Knucklehead Ninja or something. And it was like Naruto defacing their Mount Rushmore, actually. And that was really sick, and I played all the video games through like, junior high and high school and everything. I always played Clash of Ninja. Obviously when Naruto like went into Shippuden, I like kept up with it, read the manga. And yeah, I mean, I've always just really loved it. For the culture, Naruto.
I'll say it now. Naruto's not on my list, but it easily could have been. But yeah, I mean, so many great memories. Fun fact, Naruto is the first anime I went out of my way to watch subbed because I caught up. Once, like, I got tired of waiting for the episodes weekly.
Yeah.
I would go onto, like, OG YouTube back in the day where people would post, like,
whatever the fuck
episode 321, part 1 of 3, Spanish subtitles,
Yeah, dude.
But eventually I would, like, scrounge to find some, English subtitle episodes and just, like, start watching and going through the tuning exams. And just so fucking fun.
Yeah.
And, I mean, yeah, same as you, I kept up with it all throughout the years. And then I'll never forget, because I read the manga, too, to get even as farther ahead, because I was just loving it so much. And I was watching, or I remember I think the manga chapters came out weekly on, like, Wednesdays or Thursdays.
Yeah.
And I would, every Wednesday, and when I got into, like, my Algebra 2 class, me and this guy in the class, we would just be like, bro, new chapter, let's read it.
Yeah.
Let's read it. Yeah. Just, like,
That's the
we would be,
best.
like, just reading it on our phones because it released, like, midday or something. just
Yeah,
going
yeah.
through it.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. Let's give us your number 2.
Oof. All right, so for my number 2, and also I just want to, for at least for me, I can't speak for Lucas, but these are in no particular order, just top 4 in general. But I'm gonna go Clanad. Have you watched
Never
or
seen
heard of
this one.
Clanad?
No.
So Clanad is like a slice of life anime. So it's 52 episodes total, 2 seasons, each one 26. The slowest burn anime I've ever watched in my life. The first season, honestly, is mediocre. But, like, the last 5 or 6 episodes of season 2,
Crazy.
crazy. This is the first anime that ever made me cry.
Wow.
One of the only forms of media in general that made me ever cry. The other one, of course, is Bridge to Terabithia. When Leslie dies. Spoiler, sorry.
It's a rough one.
You got to cry more, Matt. Come on, man.
I know.
Yeah, I cry every day.
You've only cried twice to any sort of media?
I cried when Brian died in Family Guy.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was permanent, and they kind of kept it permanent for like a few weeks.
And he comes back.
No. Dogs get me. Marley and Me got me.
You ever seen that Futurama episode with the dog?
No.
Oh, man. Don't.
Oh, it's with Finn's dog, right?
No, it's Finn. No. Futurama. It's
Isn't
with
that his
Fry's
name?
dog.
Oh, it's Fry's dog. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Who's
Fry's dog.
Finn?
Finn is from Adventure Time.
Yeah.
And he does have a dog, too.
He does have a dog, yeah. But Clan Ad. So, yeah, first anime to ever make me cry. So good. It's just like a slice of life. Like I said, a very slow burn. But it's just like the story of this kid that's like kind of a little delinquent. Not, to be clear, not Tokyo Revenger style delinquent, because I know that's in the zeitgeist. Not like doing gang battles. But just like, a troublemaking kid in like Japanese middle school and high school, whatever. Falls in love with this girl, ends up like getting married to her, and like it just kind of goes through their like high school life through their older life. And I just remember just the final payoff in like the last 7 or 8 episodes or 5 or 6, whatever it was so good. And I have such a vivid memory because this was like when I was really getting into anime first, like I think between like my junior and senior years of high school.
Yeah.
And I vividly remember where I was just like lying in my bed on a really like hot day. I was just watching it on my laptop. Like, where else was I going to watch it? I should like download it off Pirate Bay or whatever, right? And I'm just like sitting in my underwear, like sweating on my bed, just like having my laptop on my chest, just watching it, just like lying down. And I remember to the episode that really made me cry, like it just ended, and like your screen just goes black for a sec. And I just see myself just like tears rolling down my eyes, like red swollen eyes, just like half naked in my underwear on my bed, just like, just like
it's a moment, dude.
It was a moment. I was just like, oh, what am I doing? That's the worst when your screen goes black. But yeah, really good anime and so fun to watch them go through and grow up. And one of the best things I loved about it too was because it's an anime that takes place over several years. The anime does a really good job of slowly aging them with like the progression in time as well, to where it's not like a jarring, oh, Shippuden, here's Naruto, like
it
6
wasn't an
inches
anime
taller
time
or
jump.
whatever.
Yeah,
it wasn't a time jump. It was like a very general progression for the most part, and really good.
Nice. Okay, what's the name of that one again?
Clan Ad, and then season 2 is Clan Ad Out Her Story, but
Clan Ad,
CLANNAD.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha. All right, my number 2 here. Again, this is no particular order as well. Gurren Lagann, which I know I made you watch a little bit ago. Gurren Lagann is amazing. It's a mecha anime. I guess it's a shonen anime, right? I mean, I don't know the specific formula convention. I couldn't like call it out, but basically, young boy kid against the odds defeats.
I mean,
the
I think
evil.
shonen is just defined like, was it published in Shonen magazine?
Oh, literally? I thought
I
it's
could be
like-
wrong on that. We're not Trash Taste podcast.
Oh,
but-
okay. I thought it's defined as like little boy against the odds, like power creep.
Let me
Type
see
of
if I can
formula.
find it for you, but keep going.
That's basic formula. It's a mecha anime. Basically in a world where all of humanity is forced to live underground. And like basically the iron fist of like the monster creatures that live on the surface like keep them down. And then there's like all these twists, and it turns out the world gets like a little bit bigger. Turns out there's a secret as to why the humans are underground and like why they were put there. And the show just gets to like these insane power levels where like, I mean, the mechas get bigger and bigger and bigger.
It just keeps escalating.
It just keeps escalating,
Yeah.
and the mechas just get like insanely, unimaginably large, and it's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And like the real takeaway of the anime is to just never give up. That's just like kind of the mantra.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Yeah.
If you think you're going to, don't.
Get a bigger
Don't-
drill.
Yeah, exactly. Drills are a
Yeah.
big theme. Moving forward in life is a big theme. Actually, really cool themes about like DNA and like spirals and like spiral galaxies. DNA being a spiral, evolution.
Yeah.
Actually, like I mean, just honestly, a really really cool anime. Last time I've seen it, it's probably been several years, but I know I just had you watch it. The animation is also really really cool.
It's great. Yeah.
It's really great. It's very like, for lack of better description, like just very kinetic, very exaggerated, like super weird, like body movements. Like the mechas themselves don't really feel like machines; they feel more like people.
Yeah.
In the way that they're animated and they move. Changed
Well,
my
they
life.
give them like human faces. Too,
yeah,
the
and
machines,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Great facial animations throughout the whole series for both the mechas and the regular human characters. But changed my life. I mean, made me never want to give up ever, and I still don't.
Never give up, baby.
I don't
Don't ever
I love
give up.
that.
I never give up.
So to our earlier question, shonen, I was wrong. You're right, actually. Shonen animes are targeted at boys 8 to 18 and are usually action based, although some contain minimal romantic aspects. That totally makes sense how I think about it. I think Shonen Jump is probably just like an anime that typically, or a magazine that typically publishes those. But
yeah,
I mean, like, when I think about it, like in My Hero Academia, All Might's always like, oh, Midoriya Shonen or whatever.
shonen means boy, right?
Boy, yeah, or like young boy, and then the what was the one you gave me the Blu-ray?
Paranoia Agent.
Paranoia Agent, which I still haven't finished, to be honest, but there's like
Sick
just
one.
a young bat shonen or
Oh yeah, Shonen Bat.
shonen bat.
Yeah. Shonen Bat.
But yeah, Gurren Lagann is sick. It took a while to grow on me,
Yeah.
and ironically, the part that I started I won't spoil anything right when I was watching it, but the part that I start liking it at
Episode
was
7.
was that what it is?
The big moment. Yeah.
Is probably a part a lot of people stopped or got upset
Yeah,
at, but that's okay either way. What I really like about Gurren Lagann is it almost feels like an anime that is poking fun at other anime at the same time, because it just leans so heavily into its tropes.
Yeah.
It's like, because there's literally, I mean, without major spoilers, like they go through fights, and a big function in fights is drill, and like basically the world is powered by drills. I don't know how else to explain it. And there's literally certain fights where they're like, oh, we're losing. Get a bigger drill.
Yeah. And then they literally do.
Just
and
get a
they
bigger
literally
drill.
win.
And
Yeah.
drill to the heavens. I love it.
Yeah.
Really good.
So
Super
good.
fun watch. Just like, yeah, if you're just looking for a fun watch, highly recommend it.
I literally, like, if I need to get motivated, I just watch the ending. Like, I
Yeah,
just go on YouTube
yeah.
and just catch the, like, 10-minute, like, last 10, or, like, watch the last episode or something. I'm
Dude,
just
speaking
like,
of getting
yes.
motivated or pumped up, what I used to watch, like if I was before like going to the gym or something, or like doing a big activity to get like just pumped for the day or whatever, I'd watch Gohan going Super Saiyan 2 for the first time against Cell. That shit was fire, bro.
That's a good moment.
That's such a
Yeah.
good transformation. Like, specifically with Bruce Falconer's score. The Japanese score is great as well, but with Bruce Falconer in the English dub,
Dang, this guy knows the score.
his scoring is so good, and it's like an extended transformation scene, not like a drawn out like episode over episode, but like a few extra minutes of like showing Gohan literally like beefing up mid like yell and everything, and like so sick.
He goes Super
Yeah.
Saiyan 2 to defeat Cell,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
then he defeats him in Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well,
That's what happens.
There's a whole thing. Goku
Dies.
Gohan gets a little cocky, fucks up. Goku dies, comes back, does the infamous one arm Kamehameha.
Oh, yeah. Well, they do the
Yeah.
father-son Kamehameha, right? To defeat Cell.
Mhm.
It's like the ultimate. Or
Yeah.
no, it's like the father. It's Goten. Gohan. Is Goten in there?
No, Goten is.
You hearing this, producer Sam?
Goten is Dragon Ball GT, right?
Goten is like the Buu saga post Cell.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I
Oh,
was-
yeah, because Gohan's an adult. My bad.
Yeah. No, so like
I'm trash.
Goku's
It's all
like
good.
there inspiring him, and then the big turning point is like Vegeta hits Cell while Gohan and Cell are doing their power beam struggle, hits him with like his bang attack,
Oh, yeah.
and like knocks him off just enough off balance for Gohan to take over. And that whole beam struggle is sick. Gohan is sick before he turned into an adult. He got like kind of
He got lame.
he just got lame
He
and
became
got, like,
GT Saiyaman.
Teals
Yeah.
says that the transformation is amazing and that the tears
I know,
come out of
yeah.
Gohan make it great too.
It's so good. so good. Both, honestly, I know I'm partial to the Falconer scores because that's what I watched growing up, but
I didn't know they had different scores. That's interesting.
the Japanese original is very good. That's why they released Dragon Ball Kai, actually. Dragon Ball Z Kai, if you ever watched that. I don't know if you did, but it's the because the original like anime that most of us watched growing up for Dragon Ball Z was like a I think it was I don't know if it was the Funimation dub, but like a very specific dub with like extra filler, and then Dragon Ball Z Kai, which got released later, had like different voice actors and stuck like very close to the manga without any fillers and everything.
I've heard of that one.
Much more closer to what the Japanese version was as
Yeah.
well with the soundtracks to my knowledge. But cool. All right,
Hit us
moving
with your
on.
number 3.
My number 3, it's got to be Mob Psycho
All right,
100.
yeah, all right.
I can't say for certain, but Mob Psycho 100 might be my favorite anime of all time. Highly recommend it to anyone that hasn't watched yet. It's only about 26 episodes, 2 seasons, 13 each. Very bingeable. And I mean, it's to give you an idea, it's made by the same people or the same creator, or actually different studios, but made by same mangaka artist that did One Punch Man. So from the same mind of that. So it's a similar thing.
One.
What?
His name is One.
Really?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Well, that's his pen name. Let
me double check that, make sure I'm making that. I'm pretty sure it's from the same person, but yeah, just about like this kid with stupid, strong, like
he's too strong.
Psycho powers.
He's extremely strong.
Not telepathy, but like psychic.
They just say
psychic powers. So he can like levitate stuff, like create shields, do all. It's written by One as well. Do all these incredible things, and he's not the only telekinetic powered person in this world. There's like organizations with telekinetics, but he's just like by far the most overpowered and ridiculous. But similarly to like One Punch Man's main character Saitama, he's not, arrogant about it. He's very humble, down to earth, and it's really an anime that's just about knowing your place in the world. Yeah. And I think when people hear that phrase, know your place, they think of it like very negatively, right? Like someone talking down to someone else, but it communicates that in the most like humble way, right?
Yeah,
like,
totally.
I don't know, like for example, you and I wouldn't know how to like make these tables we're talking on or make these mics, right? Like everyone has an important part to play, like
no matter how big or small.
Yeah, exactly. And
there was I totally. I mean, just for context, you had me watch Mob Psycho about a year ago.
Yeah, we had a deal where I would watch Gurren Lagann, Lucas's favorite, and Mob Psycho 100 is what Lucas would watch, which was one of my favorites. So absolutely incredible anime, beautiful animation. Studio Bones did an incredible job with it. Very just like fast colors. I don't know, super fun.
And every episode, like it's all killer, no filler.
It's very great. Straight to the point every episode. And yeah, probably my favorite anime of all time. And I don't have any tattoos, but I have considered getting one, and it would be one based off Mob Psycho 100 if I did.
Yeah. No, I love Mob Psycho. I think it's great. Like, I'm going to spoil it a little bit. So for those of you that want to watch it at some point, definitely skip ahead a little bit on the podcast, maybe like 30 seconds. But one thing I really love about the show is like the lack of the explanation as to why Mob is so powerful in the end. Like, he's just a vessel for something that is like extremely dangerous and powerful. And they kind of touch on it, but they don't fully answer the question as like why he's so powerful, because it's like a red herring. It's not really the point of the anime.
Exactly.
The point, like when I first watched it, it's kind of like you think that the anime story is gonna go in the direction of answering that question, but instead it goes to another direction where it's more about it doesn't really matter why he's so powerful. The point is that power's not everything.
How he handles it, right?
Yeah, and like he even says like this really, it's like the whole thesis statement for the show. He tells these people like, you think you're so powerful, you couldn't even make this sandwich. Like he's like, and he like throws a sandwich at them.
That's exactly the scene I was thinking.
And he's like a god. He's like, Mob is so powerful, he could like basically destroy everybody. But he like obviously he doesn't find value in that at all. Yeah, which is great. I mean,
he's literally a psychic that could amplify his strength like to untold amounts if he wanted to. But his favorite like hobby and club to be in school is literally the body improvement club.
Oh yeah,
which is just like a bunch of really wholesome buff guys that just like like trying to improve each other's bodies and like do a bunch of work. It's super sick and one of the better.
Yeah.
God, shout out to the Body Improvement Club.
We gotta start that.
That was good. Such a good anime.
Dragoon says, Matt, you gonna get the giant broccoli as a tattoo?
And then that's so good.
Teal says a sick Mob tattoo would be a distorted 99, like right before it hits 100.
So Teal's almost has it on the line. What I would actually do, what I wanted to, if I do get one, I want to get the
question mark.
The question marks. There's like 3 question marks, like distorted with a percentage sign that I want to get. I'd probably get it. I don't know. I have hairy ass arms, honestly, so I probably wouldn't get it on my arms, but I think I'd get it like on my
that'd be
torso somewhere. But
get it on your lower back.
Lower back.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Yeah, the broccoli would be a sick tattoo as well, though, no doubt.
All right.
And season 3 coming soon as well, which is exciting.
Yeah. All right, so my number 3 is going to be, now this is a little tricky because I think I'm more oriented towards the manga for this series. So anime manga, I guess I'm just cheating a little bit.
Yeah.
One Punch Man. All right. One Punch Man obviously has become super, super popular. had an incredible first season, and I think like really took a lot of people by storm. It's the same creator, that the original mangaka for Mob Psycho 100. One Punch Man is kind of very similar. It's about a guy who's way, way, way too powerful. He doesn't really know why. Nobody else really knows why either, but he's so powerful that like he's bored with life and he's bored with anything really.
Yeah.
He pretty much has depression. And it's really good because like the show and the series explores, one, it's poking a lot of fun at anime tropes. Like there's a lot of characters on the show that are superheroes or they're heroes, and they're kind of like references to other anime heroes or real life superheroes or like real life people.
Who's Moonman Rider? Or Moomin Rider?
Moomin Rider. I actually don't know who Moomin Rider's supposed to be. It feels like he's kind of a Marvel type street superhero that's like low level. But there's a S tier hero named like Darkshine who's based off of like an actual bodybuilder in real life. And like there's all these different characters that are like kind of really fun, just super fun in general. And I read the manga whenever a new chapter comes out. I put down everything I'm doing. I literally was having a crappy day at work like a couple weeks ago. New chapter dropped. I signed out, like I shut everything out, closed my blinds, got into my bed, and I just read the chapter for like 5 to 10 minutes. Is the best part of my whole week, like literally.
Does it drop monthly?
It drops like monthly, but I think the last few chapters have actually accelerated a little bit somehow.
Nice.
But yeah, great subreddit community, like lots of great fans. The story just gets better and better and better. It did not have a great second season for the anime, but the manga just, I mean, after everything that's going to happen after the second season, they're going to need like a $70 billion budget to make a good third season because it's so insane. $70 billion. That's a
I do know the second season, like at least animation
not that
wise,
great.
fell off for some reason.
Yeah, it's because the first season was a passion project from a lot of animators that were just really into the source material, and then the second season just didn't really have the magic. But the source material, like the manga for what is going to happen in the next arc, is just batshit crazy. It's like so good. So love the series. It's the only one I really keep up with like continuously and look forward to every single drop. So
love it.
OPM. All right, Matt. Number 4. Hit us with your number 4.
Oof. So I have, they're technically 2 anime, but it's kind of like how there's Clanad and Clanad After Story.
Okay.
It's like a continuation. So I have Steins Gate.
Oh yeah, you've told me about this one.
Steins Gate, long story short, is about this crazy, just like weird dude in Japan that like has like a science lab with his friends and discovers time travel. And it gets into some crazy, just like, it's very dark for start, and it's an extremely slow burn at first. I'd say it doesn't even get good till like 8 or 9 episodes in.
Okay.
You really have to like give it the time, but once you do hit that point, it just goes. And it's like time travel done right in anime, so like to the point where it doesn't create any like paradoxes that just, or like, it's time travel done right in a sense where the writers don't like write themselves into a corner with it.
Oh, okay, cool. That's always hard to do, it feels like.
The way it works is I don't know how they do it exactly, like what the explanation was, but they're not actually themselves isn't traveling in time. They're traveling back in time to like a different body of themselves. So it's not like they're uniquely going into 5 years ago and then there's 2 of them in there. They're time traveling back to themselves in that body 5 years ago.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
and they
that.
do it with like a microwave. It's weird.
Yeah, I think you and Ricky really like that one, right?
Yeah. Shout out to Ricky, one of our good friends, good friend of the pod.
Bucket hat Ricky.
Bucket. He loves bucket
He
hats.
loves his bucket hats, baby. He really does. And yeah, go check out his music, DJ Schmoofy. But yeah, really, really good anime. And what I love about it too is that, like I said, time travel done right, and it doesn't open up an insane amount of worms and like light spoilers about to ensue. But basically, the way it works, there's like a very, in Steins Gate, the first season, there's a very specific point where like the protagonist has just been through so much and it's just like is mentally destroyed and he's ready to give up. And then he gets like a message from
his future
his
self.
future self about
that's
like
fire.
how not to give up and like here's
That's
what you need
tight.
to do to not fuck up kind of thing. Not like explicitly telling him, but like giving him the encouragement basically.
Yeah.
And then Steins Gate 0, the second season, tells the story of the version of him that did give up and is the version of him that eventually sends that message to himself in the past to not give up.
That's fire.
And it goes through his journey, and it It is like incredibly dark and just dark but good and heartwarming. It's just like all over the place. It has a really good romance between two of the main characters. There's a good movie for it too.
Oh
Just,
wow!
Yeah,
It's gone all the way. It's been a successful, good anime.
yeah. And interesting. Actually, Clannad was this too. I didn't mention this. Most anime these days are based off of manga that they were previously. That's the source material for them. Clannad, as well as Steins Gate, was based off of visual novels.
Oh, cool. Okay.
That's a pretty common one. It was originally a visual novel video game, as was Clannad, and eventually became, was so well received by everyone, it got produced into a full-on anime. So
Okay.
super good. Highly recommend it. Also, the anime that like got me into like not watching like just Dragon Ball Z over and over. It was the
Right,
first
right.
anime that and then like some other ones like Sekirei and Elfen Lied. I'm not sure how to pronounce
Elfen
it.
Lied.
Elfen Lied. Which also don't watch that if
Pretty
you're like,
dark.
not like at least 13. I watched that on accident. I was like 10. I was like, oh,
The first scene.
oh
is
my
just,
god!
like,
It's just like this
completely
nude
gnarly.
woman like just massacring people. Basically, it's super
Yeah,
dark, and
yeah,
I
it
was
is.
very confused with what I was watching. To be
Yeah.
honest,
I
that
saw
was
an-
the dark part of YouTube where they didn't have this video is not age appropriate. Of course, I would have clicked on it anyways.
I know.
but,
I know.
yeah.
Well, they did have that thing, but you could just make an account and be over 18.
Yeah,
That
it was
was
pretty
sick.
easy to get past.
Yeah,
but
that
yeah,
was cool.
really great anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Elfen Lied. Elfen Lied's okay.
All right.
Steins Gate.
Okay, so for Lucas, Teal says that he knows what it's gonna be.
Oh, he does know what it's gonna be. Yeah, number 4 or my fourth one. It's pretty obvious, I think, for anybody that knows me.
He's also
t-
mad that
yeah.
Ricky got a shout out and he didn't.
Sorry.
Oh, shout out
Teals.
Teals.
Actually, special shout out to Teals too, because Teals gave me his Crunchyroll / Verve login information so I could watch. Thank you. So
I was gonna say shout out to
Thank you,
Teals,
Teals.
for actually like being a real thriving member of the community.
thank you,
Thanks
Teals, for
playing.
being in the goddamn chat right now. Friend
Yeah.
of the pod, Teals, everyone.
Yeah, real friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel free to plug your Twitter in the
Yeah.
Teals,
chat.
let's get some ramen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 4 for my Mount Rushmore is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Now, I will caveat this by saying I know a lot of people have not like really dove into it, and really, I don't think you've watched it yet.
No.
And that being said, I think it's not for everybody. It's very weird. It takes a lot of creative liberty. Like, it's just very, very strange. It's very bizarre. There's no other
Yeah.
way to say it. I think the series just doesn't give a shit about logic. It's just pure style over everything.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
pure, like manly, cool guy style, or sometimes not. Sometimes really homoerotic, masculine style over everything. And I think it's really, really awesome. I think Hirohiko Araki, the mangaka for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, is an incredible human being. He's like he's very old. JoJo's has been around since the 80s. So it's like, and it's still going on today continuously. It
That
actually
blows my mind.
just wrapped up part 8. So this guy's ancient. He looks great. People think he's actually a vampire, just like one of the main characters of JoJo's. He's done collaborations with Gucci, Versace, the Louvre. He's actually done a collaboration with the Louvre. This guy, it's like incredible. Like,
That's nuts.
yeah, the artwork and like Hirohiko Araki did the official Japanese poster for the Paralympics in like 4 or 5 years ago. I mean, like,
He's
He
like
is-
the Kanye West of anime.
dude, legit. Yes, exactly. He's
Is he also dating Julia Fox?
but except he's like a pretty grounded guy, grounded individual, like
Yeah.
always wearing a suit, always fancy, like just super, super cool like personality behind the work. And
how often does that do chapters release? Is that like a monthly or weekly?
it's a
schedule?
monthly thing, yeah, but each individual JoJo's part is its own separate condensed story. So
Yeah.
and they all take place over the lineage of the JoJo family line.
Didn't he say the reason he did that was because he didn't want to be drawing the same character forever?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just it's funny because like there's some parts of JoJo's that just have very glaring plot holes. And like when they asked the Hirohiko Araki like what happened there, like why did this one character get introduced and it went nowhere? And he just says, I forgot. Like he just like that's
So
like
honest.
the meme. Like there's just like there's this one, like not to spoil anything, but there's this big setup in like part 4 that like goes nowhere, and the whole time you're waiting for like the big reveal, and it's like, what happened? And my buddy's just like, yeah, just nothing happens. It's just like just the way it is. And I'm like, that's fucking awesome. Like
Love it.
what a Chad.
And they just dropped the part 6 anime, is that right?
Yes, they just dropped
Yeah.
the first part of part 6. So that's the one that takes place in a Florida prison.
Damn.
Yeah. So part 8.
We all know what Florida's like these days. So.
Yeah.
No hate to
Part-
Florida.
Part 7 is the best part. It's called Steel Ball Run. It's a cross-country horse race western.
That's part
genre.
7?
That's part 7. Yeah. Still the same spirit. Still a JoJo main character, but it's like western. It goes back in time, and it's like a western.
I love
It's
that.
incredible. Yeah. So JoJo's. That's mine.
That's awesome.
Shout out Teals.
Yeah. So, you guys want to let me take a swing at this?
Let's see it.
Let's
P.
see it.
Sam. Let's hear it.
All right. Let's do this. So, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna drop my 4, and then that's it.
All right.
All
I'm
right.
just dropping it, and I'm gonna put on my big boy pants and pick some real anime.
Let's hear it.
So, all right. Well, not in any particular order, but number 1, Ninja Scroll.
Okay, I don't know that
I
one.
know that one.
Yeah. All right.
Ninja Scroll is a movie that came out, I think, 1991.
It's got great reviews.
Ninja Scroll is a fucking stone cold classic. It's a movie.
It was a samurai. It's a samurai anime.
Yeah, it's a movie. A very like adult anime, lots of blood,
Yes.
lots of sex.
All right.
Yes.
We love that.
We
but
love that.
it's really it's really good. And I probably saw it a little bit too young, but definitely check it out if you guys can. And then I'm going with the safe pick, Dragon Ball Z, of course.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z
Timeless.
is foundational. Then I'm gonna go throw a curveball. I'm going Perfect Blue.
Yo,
nice.
that is on my
Perfect.
honorable mention list.
Yeah.
That was have you seen that, Lucas?
Satoshi Kon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That movie. It's a
Amazing.
movie.
It
Yeah,
is
it's a
so
movie.
good.
Yeah.
It is really,
amazing.
really good.
Obviously, Christopher Nolan steals all his swag from this dude, all his ideas. But yeah, Perfect Blue is just such an amazing, like, dark, visceral, like, film.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, his movie, like his stuff is like almost like beyond. It's just like on a whole nother level. And then last,
Can I guess?
yeah,
Akira?
no,
Oh, wow.
I was
Okay.
gonna put that for sure. Akira, honorable mention,
Okay.
but we're going with Princess Mononoke,
Also great.
Mm,
Yeah.
Ghibli.
classic.
See, I didn't know we can do movies.
I allow it.
Yeah, I did all movies because I did. Well,
I mean, hey,
what
what did I say from the beginning of this episode? A style of Japanese film and television.
Yeah.
You stupid fuck.
Well, I would have done it in that case. I would have done probably I don't even know, the JoJo movie, and then JoJo's.
Yeah. Some we got from the chat though. Dragoon, the homie, recommends Samurai Champloo if you want a good
That's a good
anime
one.
Oh,
or a
yeah.
good samurai anime and
freaking new Jabes.
Nujabes. Yeah, I haven't.
Rest
in
in
peace.
peace.
Rest in
Rest
peace.
in
Yeah.
beats.
Yes.
That's like
Yeah.
every YouTube comment says that about New Job is.
Nujabes is incredible, and yeah, Samurai Champloo is one that's been like perpetually on my anime list.
Yeah.
That'll be. We'll have to get that going in the Discord. Get
It's-
everyone to share their my anime
It's
lists.
a cool one because it's the same director as Cowboy Bebop, and it's like a genre bender. Where
Yeah.
It's like Cowboy Bebop is like sci-fi meets
Oh,
jazz.
You know,
Champloo is samurais meets like hip hop.
one of my biggest failures as an anime fan is that I haven't watched Cowboy Bebop.
I think you'd fuck with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
I've watched like the first
Legendary.
episode like
Yeah.
5 times, and I don't know, I just don't get to. Maybe if I get ahead on Ocarina of Time, I'll
Yeah.
watch
It's
it.
short. It's a short one. It's just like the 20 episodes, I think, and it has a
Yeah.
movie. So.
And then, so Teals' top 4, we got Haikyuu, One Piece, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and Fruit Basket. All good choices.
Oh, nice.
And then Spirited Away, Naruto, Assassination
Spirited Away.
Classroom. Spirited Away is classic. That's probably one of the most like recognizable anime films, I think.
Spirited Away.
Yeah,
Just, like,
everyone knows the giant guy that
universally,
eats
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
It broke through. I think that's the one that like really broke through in the early 2000s. When did it come out? Spirited Away? Was it early 2000s, like 2001?
Must have been the late
2002.
90s, right?
I'm not sure, honestly. I could be totally off on that one, making it up. But
2001.
oh, hell yeah! Now that one, I know that one really feels like it broke through because it like was. I think it won an Oscar, right? Like it won an animated film
did?
Oscar.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That's amazing.
We might want to fact check me on that one.
It's good. Now everything
But-
just goes to like Boss Baby 3.
Yeah. I mean, this was like well, I wasn't pre-Pixar, but I think it was like a film that resonated with American audiences in a good way and like hit VHS and like had prestige. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it was after Mononoke as well.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And Mononoke was like 95 or something, 96.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There's the Miyazaki exhibit actually at the Academy Museum here.
I know. I tried to get tickets like back when I first got to LA, and then it was just like a month out.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I went with Katie, and it was actually really cool.
yeah.
They have like
Check
all of
it
his
out.
original like concept art for his old films, and like it's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And then, yeah, Dragon's other top 4 were Naruto, Assassination Classroom, and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. 2 Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhoods. Real quick, I want to
Nice.
run through my honorable mentions. For me, it was Naruto, Jujutsu Kaisen, Digimon, specifically Digimon Tamers, which is like
What about
surprisingly
Monster
dark.
Rancher, dude?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, what is that? What is that?
Monster Rancher is like it's more budgety than Digimon. It's
More
like,
budgety.
There was Pokemon, then there's Digimon, and then there was Monster Rancher.
No,
But Monster Rancher was kind of cool though, actually.
You got to be careful because Matt is one of the people that actually thinks that Digimon goes toe to toe with Pokemon.
As an
100%.
anime, not as a game series. As an anime, it's better than Pokemon.
Better.
Objectively.
I can't.
I can't really comment.
Yeah,
is the thing.
I didn't
yeah.
watch enough Digimon. But
I mean, Pokemon the first movie is also a stone cold classic though.
Bro, this Monster Rancher shit looks
Exactly.
like sick. Like, not in a good way.
Monster Rancher is, dude.
Bro, look
the
at this.
games. The games were fire.
Wait, Monster Rancher. I'm looking this up. Oh,
there was a game for PlayStation.
The game's sick.
The
It looks
the
just like
was
dude,
cool.
it looks like knockoff Pokemon.
No,
straight
no,
up.
that's what I'm saying. It's like it's like third tier.
This is awesome, dude. This guy
Third.
looks like Ash. 100%. That's totally goal. Like that's okay.
No, I'm with you. Yeah.
Dude, you guys, this is a deep cut. It's a
Dude,
little
the
bit
guy
too
with the
deep for
big
you
eye,
guys.
the big yellow dude, he looks like the guy from Monsters Inc. Mike
Looks
Wazowski.
like Mike Wazowski, yeah, but he only has one leg.
Yeah, what the fuck?
So weird. What the fuck is this?
Bro.
Yeah, Dragoon, thanks for tuning
Guys need
in.
to watch.
Favorite
Dragoon.
OPs, Mickey? Probably the Tokyo Revengers OP from me right now.
Yeah.
And then really quickly, I do want to comment. Getting a lot of hate, it seems like, for not including Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's sick, and so is the original Fullmetal Alchemist, actually. It branches off from the original manga quite a bit. It has its own unique anime-only ending, which is dope. But, I mean, I don't know. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood ending was, like, very corny, honestly.
Wow.
I'll say it. But good overall, but, like, an honorable mention, so, like, it could have made this list on a different day, maybe. But, yeah. I actually think Fullmetal Alchemist and the accompanying movie, like the one that came out in the early 2000s, had a way better ending, personally. But
You heard it here.
right here. Then Fire Force is sick as well. I had that on my list. Really just a fun action anime with like fucking incredible sound design. I can't emphasize that enough. And then it's like the fight scenes, like when someone gets hit or like uses their power, it's like a dubstep, like boom.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's super sick. And
Now-
then Attack on Titan as well.
Okay, I
I'll
was gonna
mention.
say we're gonna go this whole episode without mentioning Attack on
I
Titan,
know.
and I think that would have been
Attack on Titan
justified.
Part 2 of Season 4 is airing right now. And Lucas and I have both finished
the
the
manga.
manga and know what's coming. No spoilers, because I know that's like a really popular one, so even someone that doesn't watch a lot of anime might be aware or watching that one. Honestly, right at its current point of where it's at in the show, it's an incredible anime, and I hope it continues that streak into the future.
Such a politician type of response to it.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Alrighty.
Well, cool. Hey, I'm glad we knocked this one out. I think the fans had been clamoring for a top 4 Mount Rushmore anime.
I know.
episode
I've been
for a
wanting to do
while,
it for a while just because, like, watching a lot of anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Well, I think that's mostly what we got today. If you want to follow the pod, you can find us online. All of our handles on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. They are at TFP Podcast. That's at TFP Podcast with an S at the end. And then you can also find in those bios our link tree. In that link tree, you'll find links to our YouTube, as well as all the other socials, to our website. Most importantly, to our Discord. We have a fun and thriving Discord. We play Wordle every day together. It's
That's
a good
right.
time. It seems to be what keeps everyone going in the day of corporate America is just looking forward to that Wordle every day. And hey, I get it. So hang out in the Discord. It's a good time. Link in our link tree and our socials. And then feel free to shoot us an email. Thanks for playing pod at gmail.com. And if you want to follow me, good idea. Matthew is my Twitter. Honestly, all I do right now is retweet stuff about soccer. So it's probably not that much fun.
Yeah. If you want to hit me up, you could hit me up to the Discord. Like Matt said, find us on the Discord. Shoot me a DM. Let's talk anime. Let's talk video games. Let's talk movies. Whatever. Producer Sam, you want to give the quick plug on what you've been up to lately?
Yeah. So if you want to check out some of the music I've been releasing, kind of do a lo-fi new job-based style, it's called Vincent Moon. We have a couple more singles coming out in February. But yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Vincent Moon Music, and hit me up on there if you want to chat about anything, music, movies, basketball. I'm there. So
Love it.
Nice.
Love it, love it, love it. All right, everyone. I think that's all we got today. Everyone that tuned in to the live stream, thanks for hanging out. It was a good time. And hey, everyone, remember, anything's possible.
wait, do that again, Matt. Look at the camera and say that again.
Let's get it one more time.
This camera.
Yeah.
And hey, everyone, remember, anything's possible.
There we go. Thank you, sir.
Nice.
I was really hoping you were cued in on that camera already.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I was like, it was a 50-50. One of the two.